Last time you saw us, we were in Charleston.
750 miles away from here.
750 miles later, we've unlocked a brand new state.
And we are kicking off things right here in the southernmost tip of Florida, here in Key West. By the end of 2026, our goal is to check off all 50 states and get to Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, the northernmost point in the United States.
So if you're new here, we're Bob and Hillary, we're the Van Katskis, we're that crazy couple carrying around
the lemon box.
The lemon box to all 50 states. Our goals are to visit all 50 states in a Class B van, stay overnight for free at least one night in every single state, and we'll have a lemon moment in every single state, just, you know, it is what it is.
That's right. So for 2026, we plan to finish our 50 state tour. We've got 39 states remaining.
Yeah.
We're starting here at the southernmost point, and hopefully later this year, we'll get to the most northern point, Prudhoe Bay, Alaska.
Dun, dun, dun. And because this is the lemon route, we need to pull a lemon, because every 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 likes, and 1,000 comments we get, well,
have to pull one of these.
We have to pull one of these. So before we even dive into today, Key West, and all the fun we're about to have, we're gonna pull a lemon.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
Oh, you want to?
I mean, I don't really want to, but I can. All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Number 20.
What's 20? Lemon Lounge?
Lemon Lounge.
I don't even know what that is. Hold on.
Lemon Lounge. And if you guys are curious what all of the challenges are that we have to do or can do, go check out vankatskis.com. They're all listed right there.
Yeah, so this is treat yourself to a self-care reset. Long showers, clean clothes, comfy vibes, and a good meal. Could this not be more perfect?
Yes.
Because, I mean, they're gonna say this is staged, because that leads us into, we booked the most expensive RV park that we've ever booked before.
Yes.
Right here. Kind of Key West? I don't know.
No, it's
Key West?
It's Key West.
Sugarloaf?
It's on Sugarloaf Key, but it's considered the Key West KOA.
Is that not so perfect?
Yeah.
We're gonna get hot showers. We're gonna get to do laundry. We're gonna get to relax. The thing has a pool and a hot tub and a beach. Oh my gosh.
This is perfect.
I can't believe those lined up so well.
I love it.
Time to go put Mr. Lemon Box in the van, because, you know, we feel kind of weird carrying this around. I cannot tell you how excited I am to start 2026 off. I mean, it's January, it's 2026. And actually next week, if you see this before next week, this only applies to next week, we are going to be at the Tampa RV Super Show. We will be with Nuvo. Can't wait to see the whole Nuvo team. We love hanging out with them.
Yep. We'll be at booth 900.
Yep.
And then we do have a meet and greet on Saturday. What's the date? The 17th?
17th at 1 p.m.
Yeah, it'll be super fun to see you guys.
What do we think? Cowboy hat? No?
I could see you doing a cowboy hat. Here's the deal. Key West is actually closer to Havana, Cuba than it is Miami, Florida. Havana is 90 miles from here and Miami is 125. As you saw earlier, Key West is the southernmost point in the continental United States, and Highway 1 starts or ends, depending on how you look at it, with mile marker 0 right here in Key West. One of the things that I found most interesting about Key West is it used to be one of the richest cities in America, all due to shipwrecks and piracy right here. And we're currently right here in Mallory Square. You can see there is a cruise ship right behind me. And this is where a lot of the goods and things that they would capture or find in the ocean, they would come to port right here to be distributed. So the U.S. claimed this as territory in 1822. There's a bunch of historical markers right here, so I'm trying to find, yep, right here. In 1862, there were 900 U.S. Army soldiers at Key West and 200 at Fort Jefferson. So Key West has a really long military history. You have a plaque for the war on drugs, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Cold War, World War II, World War I, the Spanish-American War, the Civil War, the Second Seminole War, which I don't even know what that is, and the anti-piracy campaign going all the way back to 1812. So there's been 3 ships named the USS Key West. The first USS Key West was a wooden stern-wheel steamer. The second was a Tacoma-class freighter. And the third and most recent is the SSN 722, which is a Los Angeles class fast attack sub. It actually served in Operation Enduring Freedom in October of 2001. I was wondering how they got this here. So just like the USS Wisconsin that we were at, this is the forward gun sight from a 10-inch gun on the USS Maine, which was destroyed in Cuba and then salvaged.
And it's really loud here. This is the record. That's what it was called.
Yes, yes. But these are like all of the important people from Key West over time. The wreckers, these would be the guys who'd go out and salvage all of the stuff. Why do we keep getting caught in the rain?
I don't know, it's raining, but good thing I bought a hat, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting more Florida as the day goes on.
Oh my goodness.
Raining.
I kind of feel bad for the people that are outside getting wet.
Oh my gosh, it's raining so hard. We literally just made it back to the van. How come rain follows us? Like, we gotta show you guys.
I mean, look at it. It's a full-on downpour. We do need a little airflow though. The humidity here,
getting you.
It's higher than the desert, that's for sure.
All right, the reason why we even came to our car was because we're gonna go over to Fort Zachary. So we came to the van to eat lunch. We had peanut butter and jelly. And we were gonna walk over there, but I think we're gonna try and drive. Look at this.
It's 1.5 miles to drive, but you can't just go boop. You have to drive all the way up and around.
When we booked this 2 days ago, that's how last minute we were. We're so lucky we even got in to the RV park. It did not call for rain this week. And there was a little part when booking that said for $35 a day. It's kind of like an insurance. If it rains for over an hour, you can get like a certain percentage back of your stay. I'm now thinking we should have done that. I was thinking, oh, that's, we're staying for 2 nights, $70, that's kind of a lot. I didn't know rain could just like pop up like that, but that's okay.
Getting caught in the rain. Oh. I like pina coladas.
Really? Last video you were dancing in the rain.
Oh, that's true.
They called you Fred Astaire.
Yes.
Could you imagine everywhere we go, we get rained on?
At least the window's not leaking anymore. Well, let me rephrase that. At least the sliding door window's not leaking anymore.
The one thing you probably already know, or if you're new here, you're starting to find out. Anywhere we go, we will find history, military.
Historical stuff, military stuff. Yeah, those are primarily the things that I'm interested in.
In the history of wherever we're at, we love that.
Because it's like, how did this place come to be? There's a reason that, Key West is here. Well, why is that? And learning that history is important, and it helps us appreciate things more. $7.
Not bad.
Not a bad price.
Well, it's still raining, but we're gonna brave the rain to go check this out. Perched at Key West's southern tip, Fort Zachary Taylor was part of a third-tier system of defense fortifications plan built after the World War of 1812. It remained in Union hands during the Civil War, serving as East Gulf Blockading Squadron headquarters, later upgraded in the Spanish-American War. Okay, so this fort was named after Zachary Taylor, who was our 12th U.S. president. Originally sited 1,100 feet off the island of Key West to protect its harbor.
Let's see, construction began in 1845, and it originally had 198 guns and could house 450 soldiers, which is pretty impressive considering where we are. I want to run up here to the...
I swear this is like last video. Like it's literally like us redoing the last video.
Very similar. It's part of the coastal defense. Oh, wow.
And I read that they had tons of cannons, right? But they never shot one cannon during battle.
Correct. Never fired in combat.
It's raining.
Like full-on raining. So you might have to put that away for a minute.
I know.
Well, that's how they'd probably get the munitions up.
Well, guys, you get to see the fort in rain.
Here I'm hiding out of the rain. So we learned some really cool facts from a park ranger that here at this fort, it's the only fort that has real Civil War cannons. I guess all of the other cannons that we've seen at all the other different places we've been, those are replicas. What they did is after the Civil War, they took all those to be melted down for all the other wars. But here, because the only way to get them off is by boat and would have cost too much money, they took the cannons and actually put them inside the wall as rebar and then covered them with concrete. So you can actually see the original cannons inside the wall that they left here to protect it rather than send them off to be melted down. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I didn't realize that we were looking at like replica cannons all the other places. I thought those were original.
What is this then, a replica?
I'm gonna assume this is a replica, but maybe this is one of the ones that they dug out of the wall. I don't know.
Now we don't know.
Yes, so, and originally this was like all ocean, but it's been, dredged and backfilled in front of it for, different military expansions. There's for the cruise ships to get in and out, and then they also have a submarine base that they dredged out. It's not really like oceanfront anymore. So during World War II, they had 90mm guns sitting on these turrets right here that would protect the harbor. I wonder how far out that is. What's the range?
It says 3 miles.
Oh, where do you see? Oh.
I was like, wait, is this a trick question?
No, that's the average Civil War cannon.
Oh.
But I'm wondering these 90mm guns, what's their range? Because like that island is that right there, I think. Or is that it? I don't know. It's pretty cool. We can take these stairs right here and go back across.
Yeah. Did you see fort jail cells? On each side of the Sally port were prison cells. Soldiers, sailors, and blockade runners were often held there until they could be tried for their charges.
I wonder, that must be what this open door is right here.
Oh, and then there would have been a drawbridge on the other side, right?
Yeah, there was a wooden causeway so that you could come across. Oh yeah, this was it. This is a jail cell. Wow. Boy, if we would have done a boat tour today, it would have been very rough out there.
Yeah, we talked about doing one too.
I think it looks like it's maybe 2 to 3 foot rollers. It's pretty windy, pretty wavy.
Oh my word, the wind. The water is so pretty though.
Wow.
Oh my word, I hope this blows over though, so that we can go in the water today. Wow. All right, we're here. We're at the Sugarloaf Key West KOA Resort. And wait until you get a look at our spot. I have to say, it's one of the most beautiful spots we've ever had when being at an RV park. And behind me, you can see somebody's trying to park a big old Brinkley, which, let's be honest, this thing, I parked it. It was super easy. One of the perks.
So first on the setup list, power. One of our most important things, especially in this heat. Now we move on to water. And I want to thank today's channel sponsor, eTrailer. If you guys need a potable drinking water hose or a filter, because we definitely needed a replacement, you can find it on eTrailer. They've got lots of great options. We went ahead and picked these two. Our old filter, we've actually had this for about 5 years. Now, we haven't used it continuously for 5 years or anything, but they do have a fairly short lifespan. But now that we're full-time or van life-ish and spending a lot more time in the van, it was time to replace this. The other thing I did was, I like this hose because it kind of shrinks up into something so small, but honestly, the flow through it's pretty terrible. So, ready to upgrade to this new 25-foot potable drinking water hose and this new filter. So in case you're wondering what eTrailer is, it is an online distributor that has a lot of really great products that are for RVing. So things like, hoses, filters, different pieces and parts that you may need when you're on the road. And eTrailer just has a really nice website that I enjoy using where I can go in and see, parts. They've got really good descriptions. So if you guys are interested in getting any of these items, we will link them in the description below. And this is a 5/8 diameter potable drinking water hose that's 25 feet long. And I decided to go with the 5/8 so I get really good flow, because when I'm filling this thing, it can take a really long time, which I kind of find annoying, just standing there waiting for it to trickle in. And of course I went with 25 feet because, well, look how far away it is. I never know. I don't want to have to move the van just to fill up the water. Now, I believe you are supposed to purge this before its first use.
Flush for 4 minutes before attaching a flexible hose saver and attaching a water inlet. Ooh!
We should get some air to come through the line, and then that's how we will know that it is clear. So there was one time this was left on, and I hooked up the water to the van, and I turned it on outside, and I was like, I should probably go check to make sure the sink is off. Well, it wasn't, and the cover was on here.
That was a mess.
Not a good day.
Well,
but now we have high quality, safe drinking water. Oops. So wanted to say thank you to eTrailer for sponsoring this video. If you guys are interested in any of these products, you can find the link in the description below.
All right, I just had to show you guys. So this was one of our Christmas gifts this year. How cool is that? And can you see it says Mr. Lemon on it? Oh my gosh, shout out to my stepdad, Larry. Got us this for Christmas. All right, we're all set up. We've got this beautiful site. So this site is a pull through for 50, 30, and 20 amps. Full hookups, KOA patio, and we're near the pool, the cafe, or the pub, the restrooms, everything. We're right here. I got the receipt right in front of me. For 2 nights, the grand total would have been $560, which is $280 a night. But we got a 10% discount for Bob being a veteran, which is called a hero discount. Not all KOAs do them, we've found out, but this one did, which gave us $56 off, making our total for the entire 2 nights $567. Painful, like seriously painful. I mean, but we're about to see what you get for that kind of money. So let's start right here at our site. So obviously you get the patio, you get the table, you get a ton of chairs, you do get a fire pit.
So, and let's talk about the privacy, right? So here behind me, you've got all of these bushes that are kind of blocking everything in. And then back over here on this side, you have the same thing. So although it's a pull-through site, you have a lot of privacy for your rig, even if you had like a giant fifth wheel.
I agree, the privacy is amazing. Now, the one could be considered drawback, or if you're just ready to party, not a drawback at all, is because the pool is right here, you hear noise. Well, you hear music pretty much the entire day. And last night, we didn't get this on video, but we got to hear karaoke.
Until about 8:30, 9 o'clock?
Yeah. But I think it's time to take you guys all around this RV resort. I mean, right across the street from our van is a pub. We've already eaten here, guys. Come on.
And when she says right across the street, right there's our van.
Okay, the only thing that we're gonna have to note is the music. We'd get copyrighted, so we can't be here very long. But right here, it looks like it might be, no, it's open, is a store. And I'm thinking, guys, do I need this? Vote yes or no in the comments down below. Do I need this?
Yes, he did.
Oh, thank you. Okay, but look at all this. Like, you can come up here and you can eat from the pub. You can have your food up here. You can bring food up here. Here's the laundry room, open 24 hours, which we need to do laundry as soon as we're done. Remember that lemon we pulled?
Yes.
Oh, this is a nice laundry room. Okay, it looks like they're $250 for the washer and $250 for the dryer. Seems like actually a really cheap deal. All right, we kept that short and sweet because somebody was in there doing their laundry. We didn't want to bother her, but $250 for a wash or a dry. And you do need to bring cash, but they did have a change machine. And we are walking to the next.
Feels like in the jungle.
In the jungle. I mean, isn't this like vibe? It's just such an island vibe. I love it. Oh, restroom and showers. I'll just take you into the women's real fast. Make sure no one's in there. Okay, we're good. I mean, just clean, perfect. I can attest the water pressure is very good. So.
And then the pool deck. Pub, is this the pub? Call it the pub and the pool deck. But we have the pool, the hot tub, and the bar. Everything you need. All right, let's walk down to, we'll take a right to the marina. So if you wanted to bring extra guests, you can have them, check in. They can get a day pass for like $10, and then they can use all of the amenities over here. The pool, the hot tub, they'll have access to the bar, and you get access to the private beach that's up here. So it's not a bad deal for $10. So this facility also, if you see behind me here, does have like rooms, I guess I'd call it. So you can actually kind of rent one of those suites, whatever you want to call it. So you've got a couple of different options.
And we just walked by.
We did just see a Nuvo here in the RV park. So they're all parked over, it's parked right there. And if you don't know what a Nuvo is, it's one of the only RVs that's on the ProMaster super high roof. Huge fan of, with the lift bed, the lounge down below.
One day.
This is the marina. So you do actually have beach access and you have marina access as well. So you can rent boats and you can get fuel and tackle and kayaks and all sorts of things you can rent right here on the property. This is the ocean.
If you need gas,
$4.50 a gallon isn't too bad for being right on the water.
look at this cute little thing. I wonder, can anybody just come over here and hang out?
I would assume you can, since it's on the property. You just pay for some firewood.
Okay, fuel dock, no fishing right here. Okay, good to know. Our goal was to rent one of these clear bottom canoes, but we didn't know it closed at 3:15 and we were at Key West and doing all that fun stuff. You were supposed to go on that.
I was.
Are you going to? How about just take off your shoes and run and do it?
In my clothes?
Is that just, it's too spur?
That's too spur of the moment for me.
No.
Spontaneous is the word I was looking for. That's a little spontaneous. I don't know if I can do that. Well, and here's the thing. We've got a few things we're trying to get done before the sun sets or before it rains, because that does look like a rain cloud over there.
Come jump in tomorrow morning, you said? Did I just hear that?
I wouldn't have any excuses if I did it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I'll say that much.
Okay guys, keep watching. End of video, does Bob get in and go on that? We'll see.
We'll see.
Gotta watch till the end of the video.
Stick around. See if I'm brave enough.
You're brave enough.
It's a very nice sand that they have on this beach.
Did you know that a lot of the sand was brought in from the Caribbean? That's what I read for Key West.
Really?
Might need to fact check myself.
And isn't sand like a byproduct of like the parrotfish when they eat the coral and then poop it out?
No kidding.
Yes, I think that's what makes it so fine. Fact check me on that. I mean, not that I need fact checking because I get everything right all the time.
That's a lie. That concludes our tour of the most expensive RV park we've literally ever stayed at.
Yes, for sure. I think almost double than what we've ever paid for before.
I would agree. So now it's time to go use these amenities and actually get our money's worth. We got caught in the rain. We're stuck in the rain. We're stuck underneath our awning in the rain in Key West, Florida. No, kinda, in the Keys.
We're in the Florida Keys is like the region. Key West is a specific island.
We're on Sugar.
This is Sugarloaf Key, but it's the Key West KOA.
The rain is letting
Oh,
up.
it's letting up?
It's still raining.
We have umbrellas.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
It's true.
I just came across a post that said funny questions to ask your husband. While we wait for the rain to subside, I'm gonna ask Bob a few questions.
Here we go.
If you lost me in a supermarket, where's the first place you'd look?
Probably the clothes, maybe the shoes.
A supermarket?
Oh, a supermarket. Well, I guess I was thinking like Walmart, Supercenter.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. Candy. In the grocery store, candy.
Candy. What are 3 words you would use to describe my personality?
I would say outgoing, fun, and positive.
Aww. I would say grumpy.
Okay.
Amazing, provider, handy, smart.
I only needed 3.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, what's one smell that instantly reminds you of me?
Ketchup.
If you had to introduce me without using my name, what would you say?
This is the most amazing person in the world. You're going to want to meet them.
Aww. I would say, do you need something fixed on your RV? He's your guy.
That's fair.
Do you need someone who's going to cook amazing food? This is your guy.
That's fair.
Do you need someone who is going to always be there for you and literally make everything better all the time? This is your guy.
I try.
Okay, that's the end of the Q&A. What do you call this?
This is my sheet pan chicken recipe.
Okay, the rain. Guys.
I didn't know we came during hurricane season. Oh my goodness. Oh my foot. Wow. That is raining really hard.
A little fire. It actually is putting out heat.
Gotta stay warm and dry.
Dinner is served. Wow. The seasoning, what'd you use?
Salt, pepper, all-purpose Kinders, and a little Italian seasoning. Pretty much everything we have.
I'm trying hard not to be bummed about the weather. Like, lesson learned. Don't believe the weather, at least in the Keys. Maybe it just pops up suddenly and I don't know. I checked the weather and made sure that it was sunny the whole week, and it was supposed to be. Okay, they're doing trivia over there. So I think, well, Bob and I really want to go relax in the hot tub. We want to use the amenities, rain or shine. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna try to go sit in the hot tub with it kind of still raining.
Good morning.
Good morning. I think you last left them at dinner.
Yeah.
No, we did go to the hot tub.
Right, in the downpour.
We did. Let's go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
Enjoy some sand.
That is gorgeous. Wow. is a proper good morning.
Yes, a little coffee, sunrise
Yeah,
on the beach. Yeah, pretty nice.
worth it. So thankful the rain stopped.
Yeah, it
What are
actually
the
cleared up
odds?
last night about, I don't know, maybe an hour after it got dark.
Yeah.
So,
The only thing I would do differently is I would have bought the rain insurance.
yeah, I think if you're coming for just a couple of days, it's probably worth it.
Yeah.
But if you're here for like a month, probably not, because that would be quite expensive.
But for essentially $280 a night, unless you have a discount, is this worth it? I think it is, because to our knowledge, the only way to come see the Keys in an RV is to get an RV park. Like, there's no boondocking. Plus, I don't even think we could have, because of needing air conditioning.
Yes.
It was hot and muggy, and that
During
would've
the
been
late
rough.
afternoon, yeah, you really need the air conditioning just to help bring down that humidity. Yeah, you're right. There's really not a lot of other options when it comes to like even RV parks.
And they're more expensive.
Yeah.
I saw as much as like $450 a night for just an RV park. Like,
What are you getting for $450?
That's crazy
Like
to
that
me.
would be basically twice as good as this.
this is the new Florida hair.
Yeah. This
We're
is
not
this is
gonna-
mine.
This is our humidity hair. We don't care. I think it was, but like for us on a budget, 2 nights are max.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's I would that's probably the best way to describe it. I think is yes, it's worth it, but it is also expensive. Oh, breakfast time. So it uses about 300 watts of power, and it does take a few minutes. I don't know how long that was, but
I think it was about 10 minutes.
that seems about right.
Okay, this is the moment everybody's been waiting on. Is it warm? Although they can't really hear you anymore. I'll just tell you guys what he said. He doesn't have a mic on. It's cold? Bob says it's cold. I thought it would be 70 degrees. Okay, he's complaining about the cold. Go. So, could you touch the ground?
I don't know.
You did it, Bob! Should I do it? Ready, set, go. He did it, guys! He did it!
All right, guys, we are officially kicking off 2026 at the southernmost point here in Florida. We've unlocked a new state,
Yep.
and we are officially on our way north from here. There's really nowhere else to go.
And we're taking the long way round, the long way north.
The long way north.
I guess the question is, would you guys pay $280 a night to stay here. I think we definitely paid for the experience.
Yes.
Minus the rain. If the rain, whatever. I guess it is what it is. We made lemonade out of lemons for sure.
That's right. That's right. Is that our lemon moment?
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe. It's the 1,000 likes, 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 comments.
Yeah.
The likes and comments are per video, where we pull a lemon as we go through the rest of the 39 states.
Yeah. And a huge shout out to eTrailer for sponsoring this video. We appreciate you guys.
All right, so it's only north from here. We have a lot more Florida content coming your way. We'll see you guys, hopefully,
at the Tampa RV Super Show.
Yep, next week. Bye,
All right.
guys.
Bye, guys.